And I'm actually going to turn my camera off because I'm not really working out right now.
Okay, that's fair enough.
But I'm thinking about it.
Anything you do is awesome.
Oh, post-surgery recovery is tough.
For sure. Okay, and here we go.
Thanks.
Connect creates opportunities for people living with disabilities by providing information, resources, and programming geared towards greater inclusion and quality of life. Check out some of the programs we offer through our online learning platform, ConnecTogether, including our Service Mondays, where we highlight a local organization or initiative, Wednesday Chair Yoga with Bobby Seal-Kobisky, Thursday Adapted Fitness with Megan Williamson, Friday Rotating Dance Classes hosted by Janice Lawrence and Joanne Cuff, and other initiatives including presentations by the Disabled Independent Gardeners Association's Growable program and our Perspective series.
Also coming up on July 22nd, we have an accessible community forum on accessible housing in British Columbia.
Check out our updated programs calendar on our website, connectra.org, or find us on Facebook at Connectra Society.
Okay. Let me switch it over to the recording. Just one second. Okay, have a great time, everyone.
Hey everyone, I hope everyone is having a great Sunday. Today we are going to do kind of what we did last week. I might throw in a couple band exercises for you this week. But again, just using light weights, if you have them, or soup cans. You are gonna have a band if you have one, as well as your dowel, of course, for some kayaking later. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start with some breath work, get into a little bit of warm up, and then we'll get into some of our weights that we were doing last week. So let's get right into it. I'm just gonna check my volume. Okay, we should be good. So I'm gonna just get started with some of our breath work. So we're thinking about hand on the stomach and not lifting that chest. I invite you to close your eyes if you would like to do that. So big inhale, making sure our belly is raising and not our chest. And exhaling, thinking about pulling that belly button in towards the spine. Filling that balloon up. And exhaling. Taking one more breath wherever you are. And exhaling. As we relax those shoulders, and then we're going to get into the neck. So tilting our right ear to our right shoulder. And then opposite side, remembering to relax those shoulders. And then just going side to side here. And then when we get to this side, we're just gonna tuck that chin in and roll, drawing big circles with that nose. Good, and then we're gonna switch directions. Creating those circles with the nose, making sure they're nice and big. Tucking the chin in on the way down. Good. Okay, then from there, we're gonna reach up, all the way up, and then come down. Good, up again. And down. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Right arm is going to go up overhead. Left arm is coming back. Squeezing those shoulder blades back and then switching sides. And you're just going to keep switching. Seeing if we can get any more range here. Good. And we're reaching overhead across to the other side. Just nice and gentle back and forth. And then from there, we're going to take our right arm, tap our left shoulder, looking over that shoulder, and then to the other side. Making sure we reset at center before we go back to the other side. Good. Good. Arms are going to come to the side. Elbows nice and tight. Palms are facing each other. We're going to rotate those elbows so palms are facing now up. We're at shoulder height. Rotating those elbows so palms are facing me. Then we're going to press overhead and then come down to shoulder height. Rotate those hands to the ground and then back down. So elbows up to shoulder height. Rotate those palms towards me and then press overhead. Good, and then we'll do a couple more here. Nice and big, squeezing those shoulders all the way down. And relax. Good. Okay, from here we're going to tuck that chin in and just roll down through the spine. Going down as far as you need. And at the bottom here, I want you to take one big inhale. Exhale, coming back up to the center. Good. All right, let's grab those light weights if you are using some. I have juice boxes today. That's what I'm using. So the first exercise we're going to do is our bicep curls. So we're going to do bicep curls, come back down, and then we're going to go overhead and overhead. Okay. So one full bicep curl, come back down, bicep curl up to overhead press. But we're doing one arm at a time. If everyone is able to do that, I'm pretty sure we were. So single arm. Up and up. Good. So here, notice I'm doing hammer curls kind of here. So what that means is palms are facing each other, and we're going to do that for the overhead press. Okay, so up and up. Good. Okay, we got a couple more here. Making sure we're not swinging on those bicep curls. We're staying nice and controlled. And last one. And rest. Good. Okay, next one we're doing, we are hinging forward, then we're going back into tricep extension, coming back to the front and punching forwards. Okay, so hinging forward, reaching back, coming back to center, and then you're going straight out in front of us. Hinge, good, tricep extension, and then out. Good. 3, 4. Making sure that spine is nice and straight. Mine's a little bit of a challenge today, but if hinging too far forward creates curve in your back, I want you to do less hinge and really just focus on that straight back. Good. 2 more here. 1 and 2. Good. Okay, next one we're doing lateral raise. So out to the side, then front raise, thumbs are going up to the sky. So lateral, thumbs are up. Good. Making sure those shoulders are away from the ears. Next one. And rest. Good. Okay, next one we're doing is around the worlds. So if you need a bigger item, use that. Otherwise, you can use your dumbbell. So for what we're doing for this one, is we're just coming up and around the head, and then coming back to neutral. So holding whatever you have at the ends. 3, 4. And trying to get all the way around the head, but keeping our elbows as tight as we can. Good. And then last one. And then now we're switching sides. So going around the head the other way. But then making sure shoulders are nice and relaxed. And 8. Good. Okay, grabbing those dumbbells if you've switched out whatever you were using. Otherwise, keeping the dumbbells in your hand. We're doing our angels going up and overhead, making big snow angels. 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8. 2 more. Making sure those hands, if you can, get all the way up to the top. And relax. Good. Okay, groundwater. Do what you need to get situated, and then we're going to go back up to bicep curls and overhead press. Okay. So we're going back into our bicep curls. This time we're going to go single arm. 1, 2, full arm up into overhead press. Now we're doing bicep curls. Oh, sorry. 1 arm at a time. And then bicep curls 2, and then rotating those palms to overhead press. That's 2. 3. Good. Oh, sorry. Overhead press. Too much brain power. Have none of that left. Good. And then overhead press. Making sure we got no momentum here. Just did it again. Just making sure we're staying nice and controlled in those bicep curls. And then going overhead. Good. A couple more here. Last one. Maybe I can get this one right. Good, and relax. Okay, into our hinge, tricep extension and punches. So right into it. Hinge, tricep extension and punches. Good. Making sure we get full hinge and then coming back. Keeping those elbows nice and tight. Maybe dropping the weight if going back is way too heavy. That is fine. And actually preferred if your weight is really heavy so we don't hurt our shoulders. And last one. Good. And relax. Okay, next one we're doing is our lateral raise to front raise. So coming up and then forwards. Thumbs are up. Good. Nine. Yeah. Good. Okay, grabbing whatever you were using for your around the world. Palms are on the either end, and we're rotating over the head. 2, 3. Making sure our head stays fairly stable here. 1, 2, 3. And 8. Good. Relax there. Grab your dumbbells if you don't have them. We're going up and overhead. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9. Last one, 10. Good. Okay. Take a second, rest, shake that out. And we're gonna go into our last group of that before we move on to some cardio. Okay, so this next one, we're gonna switch it up on you again. Do a little bit of brain work today. What I want to see is just a regular bicep curl. And then we're gonna have both arms go up. And then we're gonna press one more time while the other arm is up, okay? So bicep curl, both arms go up, keeping this arm now up as we press, okay? Bicep curl, both arms go up, and then we're switching side to do the single arm. I'm gonna forget which one I did. Good. And up. And all the way up. Nope. Good. Nice. Here we go. Last one's here. And up. And relax. Good. Okay, back to hinge. Bicep extension. Punch, punch. Hinge. Punch. Good, making sure back stays nice and straight, raising that chest. Awesome. Last set of these. Maybe adding a little more punch into that if you so desire. Good. Lifting that chest. We got 2 more. Nicely done, ladies. And last one. Good. Okay, lateral raise, front raise. So going out and in front. We have this motion, we're picking up the pace, staying at shoulder height, nice and controlled. And last one, and rest. Good. Okay, grabbing that, whatever you're using for around the world, and let's get into this. Up and around. Six, and 8. Switching sides. And 8. Good. Okay, grabbing dumbbells or weight and going overhead. We're doing our last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, almost there. And 10. Good. All right, let's take a moment, grab some water, oxygen, whatever you need. We are gonna switch into our paddling. And then we'll do some core and then cool down. Okay, so what I want to see for paddling today is so we're doing the 4, 2 minutes of each. And I want to do 30 seconds of rest in between. So I want you to designate one person to do the pace for the first one. And then I want you to switch. So whoever does the first one, you can pick who the next person is. So I would say pause me so that you guys can get all situated. And then if someone wants to play music, by all means, go ahead. But the person who is going to go, you're going to call what everyone is going to focus on. And then you're also going to call the rhythm and keep track of 2 minutes, okay? So yeah, we're doing 2 minutes. Then that person's going to decide who the next person is. Give yourself about 30 seconds. And then the second person is going to say, okay, this is what we're focusing on. We're going to do 2 minutes. And then that person is controlling the rhythm. And then again, pick someone new and then one more time. So we're doing that 4 times, 2 minutes, 30 seconds of rest. But anyways, I'm going to shut up. You're going to pause me, do it all. And then when you are done, I want you to play me again and we'll go into some core to finish and a cool down. All right. So good luck with that. And I'll see you in a little bit. Have fun. All right, so I hope you had fun with that. Yeah, I look forward to seeing how that went and how it all got organized and what we were focusing on. So I look forward to hearing about that next week. So next we're gonna do, now that you guys have done your cardio, we're gonna get into our core. So remember we were doing our paint shakers, wood chops, pallet press, and then our holds. Yeah, I think we're not gonna change setup because one day I want to do a different setup that we can work on in the future. But for keeping it easy today and me not being there, I want to do our paint shakers. So remembering when we do our paint shakers that we have an item, whether it's a dumbbell or a bigger object, a book or a remote control like I have, and we're just going to be shaking out in front of us as far as we can go without tipping over. So if that means your arms are all the way out here, that's awesome. If that just means you're right here, that's awesome too. But the point is to be super quick. Okay, so as fast as you can. We're going to be doing it for 30 seconds. I want you to try and keep nice and stable as you do it. So thinking about taking that belly button and bringing it in towards the spine, okay? So we are going to start we're going to start right now, okay? And let's go. So staying nice and stable, getting in those shakes and breathing. You have that heavy object. You're probably not going as fast. That's okay. It's all about the motion, thinking about pulling in your shoulder. Please. Good. And rest. Nice. Okay, next one we're going to do is our wood chop. So we're going to come to the right side of the head, throwing it down to the left hip, and then coming back. Okay. 3. And we're not getting a lot of rotation. We're forcefully pushing down, but staying quite up straight. We're not rotating like this. We're staying nice and straight here. So this could be 2 ways. You could do a rotation or an anti-rotation, and that's what we're working on, okay? Next one, over to the left side, down to the right hip. Good. And my object's not great, but ideally you want like somewhat of a straight arm on the outside here, the one that's closest to your head. and 10. Good. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have this out in front of us. So we're pushing out in front, chest height, holding for 3 seconds, and then coming in. 1, 2, 3, and coming in. Nice and forceful coming out, making sure when we throw it out, we're staying nice and stable as we come in. That might be a little challenging if your weight's heavier. If it's heavier, really focusing about pulling that belly button in. That's for everyone, but especially those with heavier weight. Keeping those shoulders down. And if it means not getting all the way out, that's fine. It's just here, that's totally fine, but you'll definitely feel it with the heavier weight. Good. And then we're going into our 30-second hold. And we're holding, staying nice and still. So for me, elbows are going to be a little bent so I don't fall over. You got the core, you can have it straight out, keeping those shoulders down. And we're almost done. Awesome. Okay. Relaxing and rest. Good. Okay, we're going into our paint shakers again. So we're going to be doing this for 30 seconds. Staying nice and stable as we shake, and let's go. Getting maybe a little faster now. Not enough to move as we shake. And rest. Good. Okay. Next one, wood chops. We're going to switch it up on this one. So what we're going to do is have right arm down to left hip, forceful down, making sure we stay up. Then we're going to come up to the left side and switch. Up to the right and switch. Okay. Notice we're trying to stay as straight as possible, but as much force as we can down. And this one. Good. Okay, pallet press. Pressing out in front. Holding and coming in. Nine, and last one, 10. Good. Okay, we are going to be holding. We got about 10 seconds here. Right into our isometric hold. And go. Good. Nicely done. Holding that nice and stable, relaxing the shoulders, making sure we can move the neck so that we're not, making sure we're not too tight. If we're heavy, we might bend the elbows a little bit like I have, so they don't tip over. The further you get those arms out, the harder it will be. Good, and relax. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna do this one more time, and then we're gonna grab our bands and just finish off with a couple nice slow stretches, and then go into some of our regular stretches. So back to paint shakers. We're doing 30 seconds and we're starting. Good, the further we go out, the more you'll feel this. The faster you go, the more you'll feel this. Make sure we're staying nice and controlled. And rest. Nice. Okay, wood chops. Right side, left. Okay, so we're switching. Now, if this pattern is hard, we're just thinking about drawing an X. So coming down, going straight up and down. Okay. Straight across and then up to straight across again. Nice. Forceful down. And rest. Nice. Okay, palate press. We're doing 10. Nice, straight out in front. Holding. Trying to stay as straight as we can. 9 and 10. Good. Okay, last one. We're doing our holds in 3 seconds. And go. Good. This is our last hold of the day. We are breathing. We're staying nice and controlled. Nice. And then rest. Good. Okay, set down those weights, set down whatever equipment you are using. We are going to grab bands if you have them. We're just going to do our typical band openers with the shoulders. So we're going to hold it. I said we were done with holding, but I want to. Okay, so what we're doing is I want you, if you have, hopefully this band doesn't rip on me, I need to get new bands. What we're gonna do is palms are gonna be facing each other and we're gonna pull out. So you're gonna need quite a bit of slack here. You're gonna pull out and we're gonna hold here, thinking about squeezing those shoulder blades as we get even further back. And then we're gonna slowly come in. Okay, so palms facing each other, making sure you have lots of slack, pulling, opening up that chest, squeezing those shoulder blades, and then coming back. If you don't have a band, that's why I know, Anita, you might have like the loop. Just keep it here and pull out as far as you can, thinking about opening up that shoulders. You can also just be here or find a wall to press against, but otherwise we're here and we're just gonna keep doing this. Squeezing the shoulder blades, sitting up nice and tall, nice and stable, and then coming back in, okay? Just to really get those shoulders moving like they should be. Really thinking about those shoulder blades going back the same way every time. So thinking about evenness, even if they aren't even, and just going out nice and controlled. Keeping those arms nice and straight. If you can't keep them straight, I want you to give yourself even more slack. It should be very light. If it's not, then it's too much resistance and you need some slack. If the band is too much, drop the band. Good. Really thinking about opening up that chest. Nice. All right. Okay, now you can set down that band. And we're just gonna tuck that chin in, look to the right, trying to get our nose to the armpit. Relaxing that left side. Nice. And coming up, switching to the other side, tucking that chin in. Maybe trying to go a little closer now. We tend to have a stretch. And then as we sit there, we can actually maybe get a little further. If you need a hand to pull down even closer so you can get more stretch down the side, use that. Nice. And then come back up to the center. Good. We're going to rotate to the left. Looking over left shoulder. Making sure we get some rotation in here. Maybe bringing out the left arm to get even more into the back. Lifting that chest. And then coming back to center again, switching to the right, maybe having that arm out. Squeezing that shoulder blade back. And coming back to center, good. Okay, from here, we're gonna tuck that chin in. We're rolling down through the spine. Going as far as we can here. Once we get to the bottom, I want you to think about breathing up through the spine and then down into your tailbone. Should feel some of that stretch through the spine when you're breathing. Now we're slowly gonna roll up. You're gonna lift that chest. Hands are gonna be back, arms in our back, or shoulders in our back pockets. If you want to get more of a stretch, lacing those fingers together, pulling down to the ground. And go from there. Okay, next one we're gonna do is we're gonna take right arm over left arm, lace those fingers, and we're gonna roll under, and then we're gonna try and bring those arms straight out in front of us. And then we're gonna unwind, switching sides. A little bit of coordination here, and pull those arms out. Good. And shaking that up. Now we're gonna just reach over to finish, looking up at that hand. Legs. Breathing. And then switching sides. Looking at the hands. Taking a couple more breaths here for you. And exhaling, coming back to center. All right, good work today, everyone. I'm really looking forward to hearing how the paddling went with other people doing the pace. So that'll be something I look forward to. But I hope you all have a lovely rest of your weekend here on Sunday. And I will see you all next weekend. As far as I know, I'm going right into rowing nationals this week. So if we get a rain out day, then I think on Sunday we will be racing. But I'll keep you posted on that. I think we should be good to go. And I definitely miss you all this week. So I will hopefully see you next week. Anyways, take care, everyone, and I will see you soon.
Thank you. That was a good short workout. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Everyone cool down.
Yeah. See you next week.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Thanks. Bye.